What's going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as EOS to BTC. If you guys know of any other altcoin that looks to be of value in this bearish market, please do leave a comment down below. I would like to switch things up a little bit. We will be talking about the current coin market cap, looking at the slight retracement going on within Litecoin, Bitcoin, the rest of the cryptos, as well as looking at Bitcoin in specific. An article found on CoinDesk saying Bitcoin's price looks set for a drop to $10,000. We're going to look at the potential possibility of that happening. I have kind of been saying that the past couple of days, but I would like to reaffirm that. But if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up. Let's jump right into the episode. So before we jump into the current coin market cap and the charting, I would like to start off with the article. So this is the article on CoinDesk. You can see Bitcoin's price looks set for a drop to 10K. Not going to mention the fact that I have been talking about Bitcoin retracing to $10,000, if not a little bit lower, for quite some time now, as well as Litecoin retracing to lower levels for quite some time now. The past couple of days, I've been saying that we are headed lower, and it's opening up a better buying opportunity for us in the near future. And I'm going to discuss that all in a second, greater buying opportunities when I'm buying in, things of that nature. As you guys can see, I guess we can read these. Bitcoin appears to on track to test a psychological support of 10K as the daily chart moving averages and other key indicators have turned bearish. A high volume price breakdown seen on the hourly chart also favors a drop to 10K. However, the hourly chart indicators are reporting a bullish divergence, so a price bounce to 10,700 could precede a drop to $10,000. So, as I scroll down, there was a couple of things that I wanted to read. However, Peter Schiff, CEO of Euro Pacific Capital Group and a Bitcoin skeptic, believes the cryptocurrency did not act as a safe haven in China. Investors who bought Bitcoins based on the safe haven narrative are now cashing out, tracking the recovery in yuan, he says. Now that trade tension with China has ceased, the Bitcoin pressure of the yuan is off. Those who bought Bitcoin to speculate on China's safe haven buying, which never happened, are taking their chips off the table. But with Bitcoin, it's much easier to put your money in than to cash out. So it seems like, with Trump and all that stuff, the trade wars, things like that, tariffs that Trump put on China, problems with the currency, yada, 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 people were buying into Bitcoin, and very easy to go into Bitcoin, a little bit harder to trade it out. So that's definitely a possibility. Then we have another article. Meanwhile, Jacob Canfield, featured trader on CNBC of CoinDesk, has associated Bitcoin's price drop with the delay of fiat withdrawals, the deposits for cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase UK customers. Delay is likely caused by Barclays' bank decision to end its partnership with Coinbase. That's huge. Breaking news. Barclays drops Coinbase. Bitcoin dumping on the news. Been a while since some good FUD. Wow. Did not realize that the Barclays was canceling their connection with Coinbase. That's pretty big. That could be another pretty big indicator as to why we're seeing retracement. And I've always been trying to figure out how people go around pointing out that we track technical analysis on Bitcoin. We can tell that it's going to pull back down. And right as it's pulling back down, bad news comes out. We relate it, yada, yada, yada. Not really understanding how that works, but if you guys know, let me know. It's just weird how coincidental things like that tend to be. Now, whatever the reason for the price drops, the cryptocurrency is now looking weaker than it did yesterday, although the drop to $10,000 could be preceded by a minor bounce. They're looking at the daily charts. We don't need to look at that. It says the bullish divergence of key indicators suggests scope for a price bounce possibly to the resistance of 10.7. Violation there would expose $11,000, yada, yada, yada. So let's now move into Bitcoin first, then jump into other cryptocurrencies, because I do think it's very interesting and I'd like to talk about it because I feel like I've been pretty much saying this for the past couple of days now. So with obviously a bear market, a lot of people tend to lose hope. It brings out a lot of the haters on the crypto. I've seen it all. Market starts to die down. Market starts to trade lower or just consolidate. And a lot of people come out and they like to project, oh, I was right. They were hiding in the shadows when in the great bullish market, and now that we're starting to retrace a little bit, they come out and they spread FUD and they talk a lot of negativity, whatever. It's been like 2.5 years now talking about crypto, being involved with it. It happens every time, so it's getting a little old. You have to be a little more creative. But I've been saying that this retracement was going to happen the past couple of days now. The past couple of days have been negative on the videos. If you actually watch the videos, you would know that I've been saying Bitcoin needs to pull back down lower. Why is that? Well, to start, Bitcoin is in an ascending triangle. We have an uptrend right here. We have a resistance at the top. Two confirmations right here that this resistance is set at $12,700. And we have an uptrend right here with one right here. Well, we have confirmation here. 1, 2, we could say 3, 4 confirmations of an uptrend holding support, and it was acting as a resistance. Not only that, we have the high-low middle moving averages slowly creeping up to that uptrend, and we are trading at around 50 on the RSI. So we look great in that position, but as we start to float up, you're noticing that we needed to retrace because we're inside of a massive ascending triangle. You can see that we're starting to trade like this within the price. Now, for those of you who are beginners, you should be able to tell that this looks about right. I'm foreshadowing or trying to predict what the future holds. And let me know down below if you think it's accurate, because it's kind of doing that already. You can see the pattern is already kind of taken shape, and you'll notice that every swing gets smaller and smaller as we lean towards the endpoint right there. So, as predicted, we should inevitably either start to move up like this off of this support right here, or we're going to break down like that, retest the bottom here, start to swing up. So, if you want my opinion on here, great buying opportunity right here. Very small amount, maybe 10% of your total portfolio. Just to have some skin in the game, great buying opportunity right there. That's what I would consider. That's probably where I'm going to be buying at. And then we have a bottom uptrend right here, which is probably the biggest indicator as towards when I'm buying in. So I'm buying in small amount right here, 10%, and then investing more at this uptrend when in case we do test it. If we don't, we just start to magically trade up. At least I have some money in the game, and I'm going to be making profit. But as you know, Bitcoin, it's weird. When Bitcoin starts to trend upwards, it may or may not affect the market. When Bitcoin trends downwards, it sinks the whole market with it. Very interesting. So we're starting to see the retracement, and it is affecting other cryptos. Now you can see Litecoin is also being affected. I couldn't really find, a similar pattern like Bitcoin is having compared to Litecoin, but we are in a small downtrend, very small. We look very nice on the RSI, trading at around 37, 36. We do have the small downtrend. You can see it. This descending triangle is forming. It looks very obvious, at least to me, that there is some suppression. It's following it quite well. We had a resistance up here at $100. We were not able to break through. We tried, and now we're pulling back down. I said we would see support at $90, $88, as well as the $80 level, and it looks like that's exactly where we're headed. I confirmed that from right there, so it looks like that's where we're trying to retest. By the time we get there, we may get some volume to swing us back up and retest $100. So a good buying opportunity to get some skin in for Litecoin for me would be right at around $80, $79 is a good opportunity. So I'm going to wait, hold off until I see retestment there, and then we'll figure out whether or not we're going to break bullish and trend to higher levels. Now, moving on to Ethereum. I know these charts get really, congested, but as you notice, we are in an uptrend. You can see this bottom support right here. I've extended it further, and we did draw a resistance right there, and I've extended that further, and we're kind of in this channel right now. We were in an ascending triangle, broke bearish through that. Now we're kind of in this wedge right here. So I do think we're going to start to kind of play around in here. I do think this is going to play around in here. This is obviously a little more congested than the other charts. I don't really recommend Ethereum to be the one to just jump right into because it's a little bit harder to read. There's a bigger gap in between its high-low middle moving average. We had that death cross previously. It does look good on the RSI, but there are other cryptocurrencies that kind of look better. So I'm going to swing my focus away from Ethereum, focus more on Bitcoin and Litecoin. I will check out EOS, but I'd stay away from Ethereum for right now. At least that's what I'm going to do. So for EOS, problems with EOS. Well, the positives to start are the fact that it is extremely undervalued. We are on the weekly oversold, which is an indicator of potential retracement higher. Have we seen much? Not really. That's the problem. It's practically near its all-time low, or very close to it at least. And we're not really seeing much volume move into this currency. We'd like to think that if EOS is a contender and people actually believe in the cause, we should start to see some movement higher up because of how undervalued it is. So that's why I'm asking you guys, do you have any other altcoins in mind that are doing a little bit better, not as close to being undervalued as EOS is. Even if it is undervalued, not as low as EOS is, I'd like to know, because it's very hard to figure out whether or not this is a good coin to invest in. You know, jumping right off the bat, it's like, oh, we're undervalued on the weekly. Let's throw some money into it. It makes sense. It's going to head up, which is possible. But if it's a dead altcoin and doesn't have any backing, doesn't make sense to get involved in it. But that's going to sum up today's episode, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video, probably tomorrow. Peace.